a fragrance-free, cruelty-free, affordable, sensitive, skin-safe, and acne-fighting skincare routine. You are very welcome because this took forever to put together, but I got some of the best products at the best prices that, yes, are fragrance-free and sensitive skin safe for those who do deal with acne. And today I'm going to help you build a routine that suits those very special skin types and special skin concerns that honestly sometimes get thrown under the bus. I don't hate fragrance in my skincare. I actually enjoy it as part of a sensorial experience and how scent can impact our olfactory systems when it comes to scent and memory. However, for those who don't like fragrance in their skincare or who are sensitive to fragrances, I understand how hard it can be, which is why I've got some favorites and recommendations for you. Your skincare big sister as an acne sister has been working hard, but here we go. This really matters to me because I remember what it felt like to struggle with my acne-prone skin at a young age, and I can only imagine that if my skin were extraordinarily sensitive on top of that, how difficult that would have been for me. Being on a budget, struggling with the way I looked and not even knowing how to take care of my skin because love my parents to death, but they didn't teach me how to layer my skincare products or how to apply a moisturizer or even how to wash my hair. And I feel like there are a lot of other people who are in that same boat. There are life's necessities that everyone else seems to know how to do that we just somehow missed out on. And you know, if parents, if roommates, if teachers, if life didn't teach you, then I will. I recently created a makeup and foundation routine that had all of these same parameters, being fragrance-free, cruelty-free, sensitive skin safe, and alcohol-free, but so many people in that video also wanted a skincare routine. So yes, we have created one, and it does include a daily SPF with no flashback that you can find at the drugstore. This is from Yes2, it's their avocado line. It is made with avocados and it has sunscreen in it. We're working with Yes2 on a portion of this video, but the sunscreen comes last, so let's start with cleanser. This is the fragrance-free daily cream cleanser from Yes2. This does have avocado in it, and let me tell you, have you ever tried avocado butter? I'm not talking about mashing an avocado up on toast or even throwing an avocado in your smoothie, but have you tried avocado butter? It's like this vegan buttery spread that uses avocado oil. And let me tell you, first off, it is delicious. It coats your mouth so well. It doesn't feel like overly sticky, but it just dazzles your taste buds. And if your skin cells were taste buds, that is what this cleanser does for your face. This is super affordable. You can find it at Target, and it is an avocado cream cleanser. It's almost got this buttery consistency that really smooths onto the skin nice and removes makeup or sweat or whatever it is that's stuck on your face. Simultaneously, it's made for sensitive skin and for dry skin, so yes, it is fragrance-free, but it's also non-stripping. It doesn't leave my skin feeling dehydrated or like the water has been just sucked out of it. It makes me feel like a freshly buttered biscuit with this hydrating avocado. It's also got hyaluronic acid in it. We know that that is a great humectant, which actually draws moisture to the skin. And the way that it's combined inside of this formula does help to rehydrate the skin while you're cleansing. I've gone through a lot of drugstore cleansers, especially ones that claim they are more natural. Yes2 says on all of their products what % of natural ingredients they're made with. Please remember that that is always defined by the brand. But there are a lot of natural products out there that I don't feel work very well. You deserve products that are actually efficacious and that aren't going to lie to you with their marketing, but are actually going to deliver. And again, there are some expensive products that I like, but if you're on a budget, you should have options. This is available at Target. It works well. You can use it morning and evening, which I would recommend in this routine. But after you cleanse in the morning or in the evening, I recommend following that up with a toner. This right here is one of my tried and true, the glycolic acid toning solution from The Ordinary. It is super inexpensive and super efficacious. It is fragrance-free, again, vegan, cruelty-free, available at the drugstore. And although it works for some people with sensitive skin, it can be a little bit too much, which is why I don't recommend using it every day. This is really great for acne-prone skin, and especially if you get some oiliness and a little bit of texture on your skin, maybe in the forehead or here in your T-zone. But I only recommend using this around 3 times a week. For acne-prone skin, I absolutely love this, but again, this is a fragrance-free, cruelty-free routine for sensitive skin, so please remember to play it safe when you are first trying this. The Inkey List also has some amazing toners. If you do want something that is super, super sensitive, they have a PHA toner. PHA stands for polyhydroxy acids, and the difference between a polyhydroxy acid and glycolic acid is that glycolic acid has a super tiny molecule. I think it's about 74 grams per mole off the top of my head. Maybe it's 76. Cassandra, study harder. It's something super tiny and it can really get into your skin. Polyhydroxy acids, on the other hand, are quite large. They sit on top of the skin, and although they are exfoliating, they are very, very gentle when they do so. Think of them as large sugar molecules, and they can actually kind of hold on to water and help increase hydration if you have more dry skin. Both of these are super budget friendly, but I would say if you're a little bit more on the oily side and your skin is a little bit more tolerable, go with the Ordinary. But if you are super, super sensitive, or if you're on the dry side, that's when I would say stick with the PHA toner from the Inkey List. Ascorbic acid and alpha-arbutin. These ingredients can sound complex, but they're actually great for every day, and the Ordinary has them packaged into this one little vial that is inexpensive, fragrance-free, and absolutely perfect for the morning. Ascorbic acid is a form of vitamin C. We know it as an antioxidant, which can actually refresh sunscreen, which we're going to use up next. But on top of that, this has alpha-arbutin. And remember that anyone who has acne-prone skin, especially if you have a Fitzpatrick level that's maybe 3 to 6, you might be prone to pigmentation. If your acne spots leave behind a dark mark, if it's brown or purple or even red, that pigmentation is called PIH, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, and alpha-arbutin can help. Vitamin C as well can help with uneven skin tone and dark marks, but together these really are a powerhouse, and these are safe to use during the day. I do recommend using these as a serum. Just apply them before you go out in the day, and they can actually help to refresh your sunscreen and protect you a little bit more from some of the pigmentation that can happen. And then we've got to talk about this fragrance-free, affordable, drugstore available, and Target stocked Yes to Avocado sunscreen. This is a sunscreen plus a moisturizer that doesn't feel overly greasy, and it's non-fragranced. Is it just me, or have you found it difficult to find a very inexpensive, non-greasy, and fragrance-free sunscreen that's cruelty-free as well? I feel like that's been a huge struggle for me, and Yes to has delivered, and I do recommend both the cucumber and watermelon lines if you're not sensitive to fragrance, but to keep it fragrance-free, this one is excellent. It's a moisturizer that has no flashback and soaks into the skin so nicely. And again, because it's a moisturizer plus sunscreen, you don't have to purchase 2 separate products. This is one that actually does it quite well. This is a daily mineral lotion, so this is a physical/mineral sunscreen, not chemical/organic. Again, there's nothing wrong with chemical or organic sunscreens. You should use the sunscreen that works best for you. Simultaneously, I know that for people who have sensitive skin, it can be a little bit more difficult because there are some chemical filters that cause irritation. For me, if avobenzone or oxybenzone get in my open acne blemishes or even get in my eyes if I sweat, it really irritates me, which is why I gravitate towards mineral formulas. But this is one that really is fantastic. I will note that it's only SPF 15. I do wish that they would make this like an SPF 30+, but I find that this does work very well. It does keep your face protected throughout the day, and if you're able to, as any sunscreen manufacturer will recommend, you should try to reapply. And this is one that you can reapply without making your face feel suffocated. And again, if you were to reapply this in globs, you technically could, because it's inexpensive enough that you could go purchase another one without breaking the bank. This is probably one of my favorite products in this entire video, especially because it does make fragrance-free, cruelty-free, sensitive skin, and acne-prone skin safe sunscreen so affordable and available. You can find this literally on the shelves of Target or at other drugstores. You can check below if you want to go to the website. But it allows people to use sunscreen and be efficacious and protect their skin, which when I was a teenager, things like this literally did not exist. And we can't forget Pimple Patches. These are also from Yes to, and they are an inexpensive option for those who do deal with zits. I would recommend putting these on under a mask as well. You can kind of wear these throughout the day underneath a mask, or just kind of put them on while you're lounging throughout the house. These actually have salicylic acid in them. Salicylic acid or beta-hydroxy acids are oil soluble, so one of the main ingredients in here is castor oil. It's fine for the skin, and it's a pimple patch that actually doesn't dry the skin out. The one thing I will say is that on my oily prone skin, they don't stick the best. So if you want them to stick, you really got to make sure that your skin is cleaned and that you can kind of put them on. But if you want to wear these under a mask, or if you're struggling with a few blemishes, they are gentle and efficacious. And with salicylic acid, my skin loves these. These do have witch hazel. Again, I don't hate witch hazel in products. I don't think it's the devil. I found it to be very helpful for my skin, especially for those who are a bit more oily. And I would say if you have a couple dollars, definitely try these out, or add these to your list of spot treatments to try. Then let's go to the evening. I would recommend the exact same avocado buttery cleanser to remove any makeup or dirt off of your face at night. And I would recommend the same toner. Again, if you're using the polyhydroxy acid one from the Inky List, you could use it every day. And if you're using the Ordinary's glycolic acid toning solution, maybe 1 to 3 times a week. Now at night, I do want you to switch it up. We have a few different things to add, and we've actually got a face mask. Face masks are super fun. They're one of my favorite parts of a skincare routine because A, they're really fun to Instagram, and B, it kind of forces you to take you time. When you're wearing a face mask, you could be eating dinner, you could be scrolling through social media, you could be reading a book, or you could just be talking to your cat and having bonding time with your 4-legged child. I love face masks, and because they sit on the skin longer, they actually do something for it. Face masks kind of act as like a second cleanser or sometimes an exfoliator in your routine. And Yes To has a bunch of fun ones. Again, they have some that I do like that are scented that actually are really good for acne, such as the Yes To Tomatoes one, but the Yes To Avocado one is where the hydration comes in. Again, it is completely fragrance-free. It soothes onto skin so nicely. My cat tries to eat it, and I'm like, kitty, please know, this nourishes my skin, not your intestinal lining. Thank you. Meow meow. And then she gets the hint, and it just makes my face feel silky smooth. And again, you would want to use a mask on a special day, maybe 1 to 3 times a week at most. And you would use it either as a cleanser or after your cleanser and before your toner. And you know we gotta talk about treatments. The Inky List and the Ordinary have 2 of my absolute favorites for those who have acne-prone skin that is sensitive. Let's start off with the Ordinaries because I freaking love this. This is the Gran Active Retinoid, one of my first loves from the Ordinary, and still is for good reason. The Gran Active Retinoid emulsion is at 2%, and it's good, it's effective, but it's not overly drying on the skin. Many people are afraid to start a retinoid, or they're afraid of kind of that purging or any of the skin peeling that can happen when using a prescription strength retinoid. And although you should see your doctor if you have severe chronic cystic acne, if you're trying to treat acne or minor blemishes over the counter, the Gran Active Retinoid is a really soothing way to do it that doesn't overly irritate or strip skin. I don't know the best way to describe this. I almost want to call it hydrating glue. It is hydrating, acne erasing glue that doesn't leave you sticky. I know that sounds really, really strange, but it soaks into the skin so nicely. I would apply it in your serum step, but it does help for acne. And because it is in the retinoid family, again, your skin converts it into retinoic acid, which means that yes, it also helps with wrinkles, with fine lines, and even with some scarring. I love this. It is inexpensive, it is efficacious, and it is one of my favorites for so many different reasons. Now, alternatively, or in addition, if your skin can handle it, and if you are really blemish prone, the Inky List has this beta-hydroxy acid, basically salicylic acid, that I think is excellent for both whiteheads and blackheads. It's medically proven to help, and you can spread it all over the skin kind of as a serum, or you can just kind of focus it in this area here by the nose if you do have blackheads or sebaceous filaments. Salicylic acid is oil soluble, meaning that it actually goes into the pores where that oil is and kind of helps to break it up and even exfoliate the skin mildly to kind of slough things off. It is super silky on the skin, and it is an exfoliant, so I would recommend it at night so that you're not going out with freshly exfoliated skin during the day. At night, I would recommend a nice moisturizer, and again, the one you choose depends on your skin. This one is from Clior, and I think this is the only product in this entire routine that you can't get on a drugstore shelf. It is available, I believe, in drugstores online, but maybe not on shelves. But this is from Clior. Dr. Dre got me hooked on this. It is their night cream, and it is made and recommended by dermatologists. It's fragrance-free, it's super non-irritating, and if you're looking for a night cream that is just basic of the basic, this is going to be it. As you can see, it is extraordinarily fluffy. It really goes onto the skin almost like a cotton ball. If you could imagine a cotton ball, almost like cotton candy that just dissolves into the skin and kind of leaves it feeling refreshed, that is literally what this is. It's non-scented, it is no frills, and again, it is pretty basic, but for those who have irritation, who are sensitive and need something fragrance-free, this is going to fit the bill. Now, if you are looking for something that you could literally walk into a store and pick up off the shelves, that's when I would recommend this. This is the Inky List Alpha Arbutin Moisturizer. It's a good night moisturizer. I would recommend this more for oily skin and this more for dry or combo skins, but this Alpha Arbutin soaks into the skin nicely, and again, it's Alpha Arbutin, that ingredient that is great for hyperpigmentation and for people who have acne that leaves marks behind. It's a tyrosinase inhibitor, so it stops that pigment from really setting in and being created, which allows skin to glow and stay moisturized, but hopefully not leave those little marks behind. As with the other products, it is efficacious, it is affordable, fragrance-free, sensitive skin safe, cruelty-free. You're not gonna hear me shut up about it. And altogether, these do make a beautiful skincare routine for day and night to keep your skin supported and protected. Your skin takes care of you, and you should return the favor. Again, you can get all of these at like Target or different drugstores, or you can find them online. You've actually seen me shop some of these at Target. It's because of Target that I found the Yes to Watermelon Moisturizer, which I actually feel like is a really good dupe for the Glow Recipe Watermelon Moisturizer. And that's actually where I found these to begin with. Make sure that the like button skin has some fragrance-free options available. It's waiting. Oh, perfect. You got it. See, it's so much more happier and hydrated now. Let me know what your other favorite fragrance-free skincare products are in the comments, and always remember to be beautiful both inside and out. I love you, and I cannot wait to see you in this next video. Love you guys. Bye.